book of Revelation 18, the start of verse 5. For her sins have reached unto heaven,
right.
And God had remembered her iniquities.
Right.
Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works. In the cup which she had filled to her double.
God. Right, what?
I have laid, this is Jeremiah 50 and 24. I have laid a snare for thee,
right.
And thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou was not aware. That exactly, they're not aware how really are going. You see me, the people say, you never remember I'm not a end.
Right, you see, right now, Trump feel like America is a shit, yo. Right, and nothing can defeat them. And these Edomites are proud, yo. Right? Them proud, them think that there's no setting on the empire of the there's no setting of the sun on the American empire, yo. Them feel like it never ever end.
God.
Right? So the Lord say, yo, them never know. So the snare there underneath them, yo.
Pride them out of deceiving. Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against Yahweh.
Right.
Yahweh had opened his armory and had brought forth his weapon of indignation.
Right. And the weapon of indignation is the RFID. It's the thermonuclear missiles, yo, the ICBM missiles, yo, the intercontinental ballistic missiles, yo. See? The Mosai put it in the heart of the scientists to create them thing there, yo. You see me? Just give me the Smith quickly. Isaiah 56, and then go back to that, brother. Get them with the supporting precept, them Isaiah 56 and I think 10. What they about? 56 and something.
Alright. And Isaiah 56.
I mean, 54. 54 and 16.
Alright. So this is book of Isaiah 54 and 16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire,
right.
And that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy.
Right, like example on that China 2016, China come in with the hydrogen bomb, yo. You get me? And it's one other than Russia's bomb with them tests, because Russia is known today as the only country where tests the biggest amount of force, the explosion. China come next with it, you get me? The hydrogen bomb, not only with that, but having different use of how them are gonna do it. Them say one missile have 14 warhead in it. You get me? Things like that. China put forth, you get me? And these are the same Smith who go and build these weapons and manufacture them on a mass basis and even implement them in a different variation for have them destructive powers for use.
And but as the scripture tells us, yo, Moses created the Smith, you see? The main Smith are the so-called white man, yo, because at that time blessing. You see? In blessing is to make war and to create weapons of war, man. You see? That's why in Hiroshima and Nagasaki are the first one, because bombs drop on a land, yo, to destroy a majority area of a land, yo. You see? War is this man blessing. You see? So him are the main Smith where the scripture talk about. All of these weapons we see Russia have developed. Russia Edomites, man. Them Russians are Edomites as well, yo. So them actually have the blessing to create them massive weapons, you see? And by Edom, the Heavenly Father are going to use to take down Edom, you see? And then they might put Edom in our hands, yo. Right?
Alright, so this is back in Jeremiah 50 and 25. Yahweh had opened his armory and had brought forth the weapon of his indignation. For this is the work of Yahweh, power of oath in the land of the Chaldeans. Come against her from the uttermost border, open her storehouses, cast her up as heaps, and destroy her utterly. Let nothing of her be left. Right, man. Slay all her bucklock, let them go down to the slaughter. Woe unto them, for their day is come, the time of visitation of their visitation. The voice of them that flee and escape out of the land of Babylon to declare in Zion the vengeance of Yahweh, or power, the vengeance of his temple.
Right, only 1/3 of the escape flee out of Babylon, you know. So in the scripture speak about seeing the elect being called up in the chariots, standing on the sea of glass and looking
destruction.
And destruction, you know. You see me? Everybody that remain in the land of America going to be destroyed totally, yo. See? They might built away, yo, as speak about in Zechariah the 14th chapter, yo. Right?
Zechariah chapter 14 verse 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. Right?
That's describing the action of the thermonuclear bombs. When them drop, we always use the example of the movie Terminator Judgment Day. The scene where Sarah Connor dream about the thermonuclear attack. Nuclear fallout. When she stand up on the nuclear fallout, when she stand up and she hold up on the fence, you see, and her skin melt away. And then even my bones after that just completely gone.
Right.
You see me, so everything will be eradicated. Right? The scripture say, yo, this war will be burning and fuse of fire.
Right.
You see me?
This is Habakkuk 2:12. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood and establisheth a city by iniquity.
See, basically that talk about America, because America the American empire, so-called Edomites, the land of Idumea, the people of Idumea, them are the one who
so-called Edomites, so-called white man, them are Edomites.
Can't the correction, brother. You see, them are the one who built this kingdom with blood. You see, mainly half of our box, the box of our ancestors. So by the blood of our people, this land was built up, man. You see, and that's why they are going to get destroyed, because the word war means evil, man. Evil are going to come upon them. Our bad times are going to come upon them, man. And it will come upon them through what the brothers are talking about, through thermonuclear fire. Because all of the men of the Confederacy, when join alliance with them, might turn against them, man. You see, from Russia to Germany, you see, all the NATO nations, them might come against them and burn our with fire. You see me? Can get this? Have something going on?
This is Jeremiah 20:29. Call together the archers against Babylon.
Right.
All these that bend the bow, camp against it, run about.
And look how much nations are bend the bow right now. China are bend the bow, Russia, Germany, the whole of them are bend the bow right now, man. You see, and enough of them now have not basically good relationship with America at the moment, yo. Look on France. They must spy on the France government. You see? Look on Turkey. Turkey actually start a form of greater bond with Russia. You see, all of these things are basically turn back for bite America in the back, yo.
Turkey get sanctioned for that. Ban them walk and them want to buy the man them S-400, where US have a big problem with that. You see me?
You see me?
Finish up. Let none thereof escape. Recompense her according to her works, according to all that she had done, do unto her. For she had been proud against Yahweh, against the Holy One of Israel.
Exactly, them proud against Yahweh, man, against the Holy One of Israel. Couple years ago in them big UN summit, them actually have planned to set satellites in outer space, man. You see, so we basically do what? Them are planned to weaponize it, man. Why them are planned to do that? Because them eyes, them mind is basically set against Heavenly Father, because them know so the Heavenly Father will come down to the wrath, man. Them know so the Heavenly Father will come back to destroy them. You see? So them set them mind, say, yo, them are the supreme being of the earth, and nothing now will come against them, man, whether it is external or internal, yo. You see me?
Appreciate
We have something? Go on.
They have thermonuclear fire still. So Joel chapter 2:1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain.
So right now we are blowing a trumpet in a Zion, man. Because we're in the land of Benjamin. You see me, predominantly the children of Benjamin, you so-called Jamaicans. You see me, because if you know about Jerusalem and Zion, it's a people before it's a place.
Right.
So we out here blowing that trumpet right now. We couldn't be aware for the time of battle that is at hand.
Right? You see me? An alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble. For the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand.
So yo, the day of the Lord is like right around the corner. As a matter of fact, it could have been on the street. If you look hard enough, you might see it. To show you the prophecies them will come to pass. You see me? Go on now.
You see me? A day, it's like a day of darkness and of gloominess.
Go on.
A day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains.
Yo, the scripture say a day of darkness and thick clouds. Man, one way to show it, man. Give me another one with the nuclear bomb.
See the numbers to be honest.
Yeah, this man. Read that again now, Baba Kosh.
Right? A day of darkness and of gloominess.
See it here? A day of darkness. You see when them nuclear bomb drop, there'll be a thick cloud that will cover. If you ever in the day, when you're not going to see the sun, and if you're in the night, you're never going to know the moon in the skies, man. You see me? When you're not going to see the stars, you see me? Because all of this, them nukes are going to do. I'm going to create a mass thick cloud that will cover up the whole skies, man. What? You hear the accent, nuclear winter, man. You see me? And that is a glorious time that we are in. You see me? I don't want too much. I go wonder why I'm stressed about what. Our hope is to get delivered out of this wicked place, man.
Right?
You see me? Go on now.
See me?
Scripture say what? We look for a new heaven and a new earth.
God.
And of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains. A great people and a strong. There had not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. A fire devoured before them,
What?
and behind them a flame burning.
This is a talk about the nuclear bombs, man. I beg you, Revelation 14, second hours pass, and then jump to Revelation 9. Go with the angel loose in this place.
Precept.
Go on.
This is Isaiah 42, verse 13. The Lord shall go forth as a mighty man. He shall stir up jealousy like a man of war. He shall cry, yea, roar. He shall prevail against his enemies. I have long time holding my peace.
So what the enemy of the Lord, man? The enemy of the Lord, all of them nations have put them on the children of Israel, man. This is because the Lord have come repent every nation for touch the Abraham eyes, man. You see me? Go on.
I have been still and refrained myself. No, I will cry like a travailing woman.
The scripture said the Lord have been still and refrain himself. When I'm telling 2nd Ezra 15, get me that fast, must be around 8 before you move from right, so quick and fast. Second one's fast, man.
Go, it's 12 or 14.
You're on 12, bro. 12.
Go 12 or 13.
Go on.
This is 2nd Ezra 15, verse 8. I will hold my tongue no more against as touching. Slakia, 2nd Ezra 15, verse 8. I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things
Which they were?
in which they wickedly exercise themselves.
So the Lord said, I'm not going to do a hold him tongue no more concerning no wickedness, man. So go back in our precept, just there read that and start from a verse of our question.
Yeah. This is back to Isaiah 42, verse 13. The Lord shall go forth as a mighty man. He shall stir up jealousy like a man of war. He shall cry, yea, roar. He shall prevail against his enemies. I have long time hidden my peace. I have been still.
Holding my peace.
Eh?
Long time holding my peace.
Read that again.
I have long time holding my peace. I have been still and refrained myself. No, will I cry like a travailing woman. I will destroy and devour at once.
What the Lord I go do? I'm going to
Destroy and devour at once.
The word devour go back to consuming. There, none not going to remain when the Lord comes. You see me, because the people in this world feel like say, oh, the one when the ignorantly call Jehovah and the one when the ignorantly call Jesus, and some people for play with or laugh with me. You see me, but I get to understand the seriousness of the situation when you see Yahawashi send Yahawashi crack them clouds, man. Right. I beg about this, Baba Kasha. Finish that and
You want to?
no, the same piece of media send it back. First, oh you're not have it. Go on.
I will make waste mountains and hills and dry up all the herbs, and I will make the rivers islands, and I will dry up the pools.
So if you want to use my Bible.
Yo, beg you, second was past in the Revelation.
Alright, this is Revelation 8, verse 13. And I behold and heard an angel flying through the midst of heaven, saying with a loud voice, Woe, woe, woe to the inhabitants of the earth by reason of her voices.
And how much war that you hear? You hear 3. You see me? That is World War I, World War II, and the World War which is to come. Jump to 9 and get me 1 was pass by Wakasha, and jump to 1, the second was pass. The 9 around level down the line 12.
Yeah. And this is Revelation 9, verse 12. 1 woe is past,
Go on.
and behold, there come 2 woes more hereafter.
So that was when, in 1914, the First World War began. You see me? So after that, it was what? Him say, 1 more coming to act. Focus us on that.
Behold, there come 2 woes more hereafter.
So the scripture said there come 2 more thereafter. Go on, Baba.
This is Revelation and then verse 14. It says the second war is past, and behold, the third war cometh quickly.
So at first we hear the angel declare 3 woes, man, and 2 of them woes are gone already. You see me? And how we know so the second war is gone, man? You see me? Back in Revelation 9 when it tells us it pour out the 6th vessel and number of them. After it's the 1 was passed, read from this up.
Yeah, verse 13. Okay.
And the verse 13, and the 6th angel sounded, and I heard a voice from the 4 horns of the golden altar, which is before the Most High, saying to the 6th angel, which had the trumpet, loose the 4 angels, which are bound in the great river Euphrates. And the 4 angels were loose, which were prepared for an hour.
Alright, so when them I get loose? The first time this get loose, as the brother then bring out the scriptures in Isaiah 55, 54 and 16 say, yo, the Lord have created the smith that blow the coal in the fire. Him do and give the scientists the mind to split the atom so them could do a bomb, Hiroshima and Nagasaki. You see me? So them time that's how we know so the second was past, man. You see me? Continue.
And a day, and a month, and a year, for to slay the 3rd part of man,
and this
of
is
men.
talking you so-called white people, which is the red Hebrew Edomite. You see me? Because what the scripture say, yo, when you create them and them see them and I'm going to devour them. Go on.
And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000. And I heard the number of them, and thus I saw.
So that's the current, that's supposed to 200 million, right? Huh? So so much miss the Lord have prepared for that land over there, which we then call America. You see me? That is a beautiful thing, man. You see me? A lot of war ready for that land, man. You see me? A lot will win at the chariot to see that lake of fire, man. Go on.
And thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them, having breastplate of fire, and of what is Jasnet? Yes, sir. Jasin and brimstone, and the heads of the horses were as heads of lions, and out of their mouth issued fire and smoke and brimstone.
As I'm going to show you, and this about when them land, man, and them things are going to issue outside. You see me? And we are painting the picture as the scripture say. You see me? We are painting the picture so you can see it clear, man. You see me? So we get the revelation from John You see me? And we are depict the things them when we say I got surely come to pass, man. Where scripture telling Habakkuk, we are telling about the chariots them are going to descend over this place, man. A matter of fact, my sister, my man give me Jeremiah now, Jeremiah 49 and around 20. I go down 20, I go destroy Edom, 29. Basra. Yeah, 49 20.
You say Jeremiah 49 verse 20. Therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord that he had taken against Edom and his purpose, that he had purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out.
And who is the least of the flock? The so-called Gutterats over there in the land of Israel, which is Amalekite, which them call them Khazars. You see me? Them are going to draw them out. What I'm right now over there in Israel? What they had Trump declare Israel have sovereignty over the Golan Heights. You see me? Which are cause a big controversy between Syria and Israel. And what they are Syria, Israel and Lebanon, you know things. Gaza shoot things off of Israel. So we in some beautiful times, man. The scripture said the least of the flock gonna draw them out, man. Because away from the door, the so-called Jews run America right now, man. You see me? Go on,
majority of the time when they get confrontation, Israel get confrontation.
America, stand up.
With Lebanon or Hezbollah, you see me? Which is, them claim says backed by Iran, usually in the Golden Heights area. You see me? Syria always say them Israel bomb the Golden Heights because they attack some military equipment for Hezbollah from Iran who are going to Syria. He said, surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them. The herd is moved at the noise of their fall. At the cry of the noise thereof was heard in the Red Sea.
Stop it there, sir. Beg you. Jeremiah 50, 45. Listen, man, because we are showing you, the Lord give us clues, man, to show you who are going to run in Babylon in the last days, man. You see me? Because the Lord will give you the same prophecy when he give you what going to the so-called white man, the red Hebrew Edomite. He's going to show you, say, yo, the king, this is going to reach Babylon as well. Beg you to
Jeremiah 50 verse 45. Therefore hear ye the counsel of the Lord that he hath taken against Babylon, and his purposes that he hath purposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out.
And for sure, if I show you how the scripture is beautiful, if you really understand it. The scripture say, yo, another one say, yo, this are where am I do? T-man. T-man supposed to be the wise of Edom. In this that tell about Babylon, tell about the Chaldeans. The Chaldeans supposed to be who? The so-called smart one them in our Babylon. Isn't it? Go on.
The scripture say, oh, Lucifer.
Done.
Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them.
Go on.
At the noise of the taking of Babylon, the earth is moved, and the cry is heard among the nations.
So the scriptures just read, the least of the flock shall draw them out, don't it? And you get the same precept right. So beg your boss right there. Beg your Isaiah 63 and 1. Go on. Yeah, more in after Red Sea. No one you give me Isaiah, more you give me this one. Yeah.
Verse 21 once more. Jeremiah 49, 21. So the earth is moved at the noise of their fall. At the cry, the noise thereof was heard in the Red Sea. Behold, he shall come up and fly as the eagle, and spread his wings over Basra.
So wait. Read over again. Now we are going to paint the picture exactly what going to happen over America, man.
So behold, it's a game. He shall come up and fly as an eagle, and spread his wings over Basra, and at...
See, Lord wings, yeah, are going to be what these chariots, them, the vehicle, them, are going to bring the Lord over the land of America, man. You see me go on?
He said, and at that day shall the heart of the mighty men of Edom be as the heart of woman in her pangs.
So if you can visualize me, just imagine the man, them dead one day, out of chaos are going, and the sky crop, man. And you just be a chariot, man. People hearts are going melting at them days, man. We get this way up, Baba question.
Isaiah 63 verse 1. Who is this that cometh from Edom?
So the scripture says, who is this coming from Edom? You want in the Revelation to hear. Who is this coming from Edom? Go on.
With dyed garments from Basra.
No, watch it, watch it. He said with dying garment from Basra. And remember if you just reading that, Jeremiah 49, he tell us, say, yo, the Lord that got spread him wing over Basra, don't it? You see me, I will explain to that truth, say, the Lord that can come back. So go on again now. 19. You're 19 and died vesture.
Oh. Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra?
So me I can tell you who this come from Edom already, which is Yahawashi. Go on.
This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling
Greatness.
in the greatness of his strength.
See it here, see him greatness and strength here. So him a come over the land of Basra. You see me?
Right.
Which is America right now. You see me? Go on.
I that speak in righteousness,
Go on.
mighty to save.
So here with the word I'm saying, I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. Go on.
Revelation 19 and 11. And I saw heaven open, and behold a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called faithful and true, and in righteousness he doeth judge and make war.
When him say what? A white horse. Where the horse represent? The power of the wood, the chariots. So this them see. You see me go on?
He said, his eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns.
And if you understand about the flame of fire, when you read in Revelation 1:13 and down, it tell you the appearance of Yahawashi. Go on.
He said, and on his head were many crowns, and he had a name written that no man knew.
The scripture say, vesture dipped in blood already?
No, yet.
Oh, go on.
He said, but he himself, and he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood.
So why was this vesture dipped in blood? Go back to that again up.
Finish it.
Yeah man, read again.
Go from the top.
No, from cool.
Oh. Wherefore are Isaiah 63, this is now verse 2. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel?
So we're going to wonder why the Lord red in him apparel, man. Because just they will say, him have a vesture dipped in blood. You see me? Go on.
And thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat.
Go on.
I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me. For I will trod them in mine anger, and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments.
Read this again. See the verse say, their blood shall be sprinkled upon him where? His garments. Go on.
Revelation 19 verse 13. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood.
So what we say, why the Lord did clothed in a vesture dipped in blood now? You see me? Because in there come from the land of Edom, and a mass slaughter. Matter of fact, get me Isaiah 66 and 15. Go on now.
He said, and his name is called the Word of Yahweh.
Which is, everybody's supposed to know this by now. Who is the word of the Lord? Yahawashi. The scripture said the word of what? Manifest and turn what? Flesh. You see me?
He said, and the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, with white and clean.
See, guys, serious horses, them, which one? I go be traveling with the angels. But the angel have couple tasks. You know. First thing them I gotta do is gather the elect. You see me? And after them gather the elect, yeah. Simple drakes. You see me? Again.
He said, heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean, and out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, that with it he should smite the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron, and he treaded winepress of the fierceness and wrath of the Almighty Yahweh.
So yo, at the same one where they call Jesus that going to do all of these things.
Yep.
The one which is all love.
I don't know what I want.
No hate. You see me? And the same man they're going to do all of them things there. You see me? They're going to preach the master.
Isaiah 66 verse 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire.
So you said the Lord are going to come with him what act?
With his chariots like a whirlwind, yo. He said, for behold, the Lord will come with fire and with his chariots.
So you see the scriptures here. So we are giving a depiction and we now stop go back to this. So we have put the spirit out there and I'm going to see more chariots in the air. You see me? Because the scripture says this is the curse. I'm going to give me that act. Give me that act. Quick and fast. You see me? So we're not going to see more chariots in the night. We're not going to see more lights in the sky so we can't explain. You see me?
You see one where they pass over to LA?
You hear about it, sure, right?
I remember for LA, I'm sitting in the US. Basically, they want to try to explain it. This is Zechariah 5 verse 1. Then I turned and lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll. And he said unto me, what seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits. Then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off as on this side according to it, and everyone that sweareth shall be cut off as on that side according to it.
Because you see them chariots right now, them chariots are all over the world who are take record and everybody, man. You see me? Because everybody have a judgment, forget according to your words you shall be judged. Right? You see me? This is the curse that go forth over the whole earth, man. Finish that way up, start it over again.
This is Isaiah 66 verse 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire.
So why the Lord angry? That's the thing we need for ask, man. They get that apply. Why the Lord angry? Or what them could have do so forget the Lord angry. You see me? I could find out that what these nations did for the Lord be angry at.
This is Zechariah chapter 2 verse 8. For thus said the Lord of hosts, after the glory, and he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you. For he that touched you touched the apple of his eyes.
Let's say after the glory, after which glory?
After the glory and his kingdom.
Watch out now, after the glory, meanwhile, when we get caught up in them chariots, them, man, because that's the glory for what? You can share the wealth with Yahawashi, man.
Yep,
giant ears with Yahawashi. So after the glory, I'm going to send us to what? To these nations, man. After the scripture say, yo, I'm going to send for fishers first, then I'm going to send hunters.
Hey, you know something I get it in a second Ezra saying some with weird chain and so forth.
Bring it, man.
Alright, well, I'm going to pull it up. Alright, I'm going to start
oh, okay. Yeah, man, read. Spirit, you know.
Alright, this is I got the interpretation. This is 2 Ezra 13 and verse 22.
I'm going to have a staff over here, from the man who come from out of the waters.
Alright, verse 1. He said, and it came to pass after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night, and lo, there arose a wind from the sea, that it moved all the waves thereof. And I behold, and lo, that man walked strong with the thousands of heaven.
So if you don't know which man that's talking in our shy, continue.
He said, and strong with the thousands of heaven.
And the thousands of heaven who follow behind him as we read in the Revelation just go ahead, the angels. You see me go on?
Right? He said, and when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him.
So we're reading now. The scripture them line up, you know. We're reading Jeremiah just go and say, all of the mighty man in my Edom shall do. The heart will feel. Go on again.
Come like woman in pangs. Lose it. He said, and whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it feeleth the fire.
God.
And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of a number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea.
So we are going to wonder, all of them nations together, but why were they together? Figure that from Joel. 3, can start that one.
Another one?
Yeah.
Joel 3 verse 1. For behold, in those days, and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat.
So meaning Yahawashi, meaning Yahweh judge. You see me? Continue.
And will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land.
So, whom they have scattered amongst the nation and parted the Lord land. What is the Lord land? The land of Israel. You see me? Because the little piece of place they want to see over there, so they call Israel. That's not the whole land of Israel. You see me? When you see the land of Israel in its fullness again, you see me? Give me back that again.
Joel?
Yeah, see.
Joel 3 verse 2. I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel.
As I said, them touch up them eyes. Say, I'm going to do what? I'm going to plead with them. I'm going to judge them. Go on.
Of revenge. He said, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land.
Divide up him land. You see me? Different section. Who I get this, who I get that. You see me? What them doing on the bedfloor decoration? Them said them Kazakhs down there and call them what? Jews.
Yeah, right now, Trump, the orange president, declared the Golden Heights as well, Israel territory. There's a much on history and them one either.
They go back over that the act. When you go back to them and subdue.
Yeah. Back to 2 Ezra 13 and verse 6. But I beheld, and lo, he had graven himself a great mountain and flew upon it. But I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not.
That have a show you say the magnitude of the chariot. Him couldn't see which by the chariot end. You see me? So if you know how that's here, you just look on something and fly over you and you can't see which by the chariot end, how big the chariot be. As we call it the fathership. You see me?
There's a movie, the Independence Day 2. The scene is it has touched down over the Pacific. And I said, which part? All of it. This is Zechariah 6 verse 1. And I turned and lift up mine eyes and looked, and behold, there came 4 chariots out from between 2 mountains, and the mountains were mountains of brass.
So you go and look one place if you can find a mountain of brass. You see? Because some people just love going like them ignorant. The chariots them clearly in the scriptures. If you just who not understand it, the Lord will give you. You see me? Woe unto you if you can't understand that and our Father.
And the brass and really the metal brass. You get me? What the person could have described because it looked metallic like brass, because at that time what them could have envisioned or what them could have described it to their best of their knowledge, yo. You get me? Because even the chariots them are make out of better technology than what man have. You understand me?
Back to 2 Ezra 13 and I'm now at verse 8. And after this I behold, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were so afraid. That woman with pangs.
So watch now. But look, you know, them see the chariots them, man get what? Faint-hearted and what? The Lord will put the spirit in them for those.
Let's find out. He said, we're so afraid, and yet there is fight.
Yes, does fight. So them see the terror of the Lord same way, and what? The Lord put the spirit of them for what? For war. What?
He said, and lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lift up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war, but only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire.
Look on this. You see this? This is concentrated heat. You see me? Because people don't really understand certain things. I saw the chariot I go open up and I go laser. Majority of the people feel like this thing is a joke.
It's concentrated on one shoulder.
I'm jumping over and say them they are war. The breakdown.
No, piece up after that.
Alright, let's go to the point.
Yeah, man.
Alright, this is to verse 30.
Go to let's go to.
Alright, 2 Corinthians 13, verse 33. It said 32. And the time shall be when these things shall come to pass, and the signs shall happen, which I showed thee before. And then shall my son be declared, whom thou sawest as a man ascending.
So right now, his son I get declared, man. We out here do a declare him son, man. You see me? So we in at the times right now, who believe it yes or not. You see me? Go on.
Verse 33. And when all the people heard his voice, every man shall in their own land leave the battle. They have one against another.
So what that go back to? What we just there talk about first? World War III. What the angel, what the accurate in the Revelation, the angel do? Three war. So that the battle where them have, we're gonna get fought in at the Middle East. You see me? So them are gonna leave off of the battle and join all together for to come fight against the Lord, man.
Right.
You see me? Go on.
Verse 34. And an innumerable multitude shall be gathered together, as thou sawest them, willing to come to overcome him by fighting.
Ooh, stop that. Beg you. Psalms 2.
Oh yeah, he did reach. This is Psalms 2 verse 1. Why do the heathen range and the people imagine a vain thing?
First thing,